And
Absolutely.
speaking of what people deserve, Whoopi Goldberg deserves to be sat down. She deserves to be sat down and really it needs to be broken down how out of touch she truly is with the average American.
Hey, RuPaul.
Because my God. Now listen, I wanna start this by saying, Whoopi Goldberg is a host on The View since 2006, if I'm not mistaken. She is the moderator on that show. We love Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi is one. Listen, let me tell you something, man. I love Whoopi so much. Can't nobody say shit about Whoopi. I love that lady. But when people be wrong, they be wrong. So she was on The
I mean,
View,
these are the black ass facts.
and you better say the things. Say it.
That's all I'll
Uh,
say.
she she had an opinion about the millennial generation and the fact that we don't our view of the American dream is a lot different than what it used to be. We don't want, not necessarily that we don't want, but affording a home or moving up in corporate America is not even something that we even consider anymore as part of the dream because it's so unattainable in a sense. um well, Whoopi stated that, of course, it's going to be hard for us to buy a house if we only want to work 4 hours a day. Which behind her, one of her co-hosts said, and imagine them wanting to work 4 days a week. We're going to come back to that point, by the way. Then another co-host on the other side of the table was like, hey, stats say that millennials are the first generation that are going to do worse off than the previous generation. And Whoopi's all, oh, that's what they said about our generation. Basically, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and be a good citizen, and you got to work hard, and we busted our butts and y'all got to do it too, and you can't. And I'm just sitting here like, bitch, you crazy. because
Yeah.
because I know one thing. Back in 1912, when you were 25, you were
Not
not
1912. Oh
you
my
were
gosh.
not you were not having to cough up 1,700 plus dollars for an apartment, my sister. You weren't having to do that. You were not having to stay in said apartment for 6 months to a year away from everyone that you loved and knew because going outside and breathing was dangerous. That is not something you dealt with. God damn it. You have
No.
not dealt with the fact that since I was in 8th grade, there has always been a risk that at any point, any crazy ass motherfucker, whether it be an adult or another student, could walk into my classroom and put a clap in the back of my fucking head. You didn't have to think about that. You also didn't have to think about that into your adulthood. Like when I went to the Marvels the other day, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, gosh darn it, if a fucking maniac walks in this movie theater right now with a gun, how do I get me and the two people I came in here with out alive? Did you have to think about that, Miss Goldberg? I don't
No.
think so. Did you
The
have
answer is no.
did you have to deal with Donald Trump being your goddamn president in the prime of your fucking life? How about 2 financial collapses? Huh? I don't want to hear anything about what you went through in the goddamn suffrage movement. Thank you so much. I am so
Yeah.
The
appreciative. I
suffrage
swear.
movement.
I swear I'm appreciative. I really am. But what you're not going to do is tell me that because you went through that, that what I'm going through now is nothing. Do you understand what the millennial generation is? We are the bridge generation
Baby.
of what it used to be and what it is. You don't think that's some sort of pressure? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. So you're going to sit up there on your show where you probably film 4, maybe 6 hours a day. I know for a fact you only work 4 goddamn days a week because y'all don't film on fucking Fridays, but you have a problem. You have a problem with the average American saying, hey, we'd like to work 4 days a week. We're not saying we want to work less hours because it's going to be the same 40 fucking hours. Believe that. But my God, can we have an extra day off? You got a problem with that? Fuck off, man. Fuck off.
No. Lower them
Fuck off.
hours weekly.
I hate that bullshit. I hate when celebrities sit up there. That bitch has been living in goddamn Vermont, away from everything and everybody. Up there in her
fucking cheese, bitch.
In her fucking
Fuck
castle.
You. Goddamn
Packers.
Girl, like, I don't want to hear it. I don't
want to hear
majestic
shoes and
I'm a paycheck away from asking for change, and you want to tell me that I don't work hard, busting my ass. Man, fuck out of here, dog. Sorry.
I think the issue here is actually not even like y'all are lazy type of thing. I think that like as generations like go on, and you look at like the younger generation, we can look at like Gen Z and be like, you know what? The way that y'all handle like calling out, facts, I should be doing that. Right. The older generations, however, their issue is that you're seeing millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alpha and whoever the fuck else is down there. You're seeing us just kind of go, okay, but facts though, like, why do we have to like do it like this? Why? And the problem is we're questioning the shit that you really felt like, you know what, this is just how it is. This is what we're accustomed to doing.
Put up with it,
Your issue is us asking why, and then also being like, okay, but like, can't we just change it? Like, what difference does it make if we just change it? You know, the shit is fake because they've been going back and forth about daylight savings times. Something that simple. So like, it does not make sense that like at Friday I get off at 5, and honestly, like, I'm spending that night trying to like pack things in, just like some type of fun to like really distance myself from my job, to spend like the day Saturday, maybe like running errands, maybe doing like any type of activity.
Catching up.
Sunday at approximately 4:00, the first thing I'm thinking is like, damn, tomorrow's Monday. That's crazy.
Yep.
Right.
And my mind is stuck on that. I worked a 4x10 at one of my jobs, and truth be told, that third day off, you feel like you live in a brand new world. You are just like, I cannot believe. Did y'all know it was this much rest?
I have a day to actually go do some shit for me.
For real. But then on top of that, like some of these jobs, majority of them, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Okay, so what about my doctor's appointment? Oh, no, that's right. I have to take PTO that I probably had to earn. So either way, like I'm taking the loss. Excuse me for needing to go to the dentist, the doctor, maybe have a therapy appointment, whatever the case is. But like, you're mad at me for questioning why. You obliged. You complied. I seen you. You was in Ghost.
I seen you.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you were in Ghost. Like you can't act like you don't know how to shit goes. Like you know, and the thing about it is like you're on set. I doubt you're hustling and bustling the same way a PA would be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not. So
that's the talent. Hell no.
But calling people lazy, where it's just like a lot of people are getting off of a 9 to 5 and they have to go do like drive or go get food and go get groceries and all these, like these are other jobs. You have to go work for Amazon. You have to go do all these additional things. Now you got to figure out, okay, can I get a part-time job? Let's be working from home. We're trying to figure all of these things out. And in figuring all of these things out, you want to go buy a house. No, bitch, do you know what the property tax be doing when it be
what's the market looks like right now? Yeah.
That disgusting. Buying a car, like any of those things, like that regular people would do.
Having children. What the heck? What?
Well, and I was like, I was,
because that's insane. I ain't gonna hold you.
And I gotta tell you, I've been faced with quite a bit here recently, and I've talked with professionals, I've talked with family, I've talked with friends, I've sat down to do a budget, and when you look at like, oh, okay, this is what I make. And then you look over here and go, oh shit. This is what I have to spend.
Okay.
And you look at it, I am 25.
Yeah.
A young 25-year-old man.
Tender.
I'm 31. But as I
would have believed you. Lord.
I really would. For a moment.
Do you see how it's cascading upon the shoulder?
Yes.
My God.
No, but as I look at a couple things, and listen, I mean, this is the guy who I never had a father, and one of my dreams is to have something that I didn't get or given to me. And when I think about, I want this, and if I even think about, I almost had a child. I had an ex that we had a 3-month-old baby, and it was a miscarriage. And no, I don't believe in some conventional system of God, but I do believe there is something or someone watching that miscarriage. Although it was heartbreaking, I got to tell you, oh my God, dodged a bullet. I can't. I mean, if you just open my fridge now and it's just, if I can't afford me, and then I'm worried about my mom who is getting older. I have a nephew who goes to Yale, who asks me every morning, Uncle Kyra, you got $10 so I can do laundry? Now, nigga, you can't do laundry every day. Now, what the fuck is that?
We don't have to regulate this shit.
Shit.
Ain't enough draws in the world.
God damn it. I want to do things. There's friends that all my friends live in fucking different states. All you bitches are all over the fucking country. God damn it. I gotta afford. But what I'm saying is the math don't math. It don't add up. It don't add up. I don't know how my mom, who raised me as a single parent, could do what she did back in 92. Now. She couldn't do it.
There's no
because
way.
the aid hasn't increased. Food stamps hasn't increased. The minimum wage is still the same. Listen, I'm 31, but ain't no goddamn way that adds up from when my mom was taking care of me and my sister to a single girl who has a Keke Palmer situation, who's not Keke Palmer, and got to take care of two kids.
Say that.
And she's receiving government help, food stamps, and she's still like, I can't afford a car. I got to take the bus. But bus fare, by the way, is almost $5. So do your thing. So it's like, what the fuck?
For me, it's just the audacity of our elders. Sometimes, honey, it's like, I'm tired of you bitches opening your mouths, and all I hear is the jangle of motherfucking sewing kits, top papers, and nickel bags coming out of your mouth. I'm sick of that shit. We're no longer in those times. Don't know why you smoke like that no more, Grandma. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, here we are in a society that you all were on. Like, as an elder, you're a part of our foundation, right? You kind of laid the groundwork for where we are today. And for those of you elders who are successful and have achieved the American dream, and you got all this fucking money and you got your fucking degree. You think you know the goddamn thing.
It don't mean shit, because as long as you know somebody, you can get the same motherfucking job that they got.
I mean, all of this shit, you got all of this shit, and then you want to turn around and do the exact thing that life did to you, which is the shit rolls from the top and then you want to dump it on the bottom. And that makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Instead of giving some sort of resolution or some sort of advice to help those beneath you get to that level of where you are, like for you to give this very much, oh, bitch, you motherfuckers is lazy. How dare you want to work 4 days a week? I don't have to work no fucking 4 days a week. I have to do blah, 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 blah. Bitch, you lived in a totally different time. I saw something on Facebook today.
Say it.
And somebody put up a post, and they were like, there were 4 pictures. One was an apartment complex, and it said apartments, 2-bedroom apartments for $500. The other one said it was a picture of an old Amoco gas station price board, and regular was 89 cents a gallon. I remember those days. The other one was a used car for $1,000. And then the other one was something random. I can't remember. It was probably like low grocery prices or some shit like that. Yeah. And the question was, which one are you keeping? Bitch, now mind you, I think about those days, and even though I was too young to really understand the importance of what that meant at that time, looking back now, I think about my mother raising 3 boys, okay, and going to work 5 days a week, ass crack of dawn to 12 in the afternoon, making sure that we are fed, clothed, off to school, making sure we do homework, all of this shit. And though those prices look like gold right now, the reality of the matter is that the cost of living.
Thank you. Yep. That's
right. It's always the thing. So even though we're looking at it now, because I am now at a point in my life at 41 where I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life, and I am still living check to check. How does that work?
Yep.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
And I'm with you. I'm right with you, Marlon. I'm right.
So I'm thinking about my mama back then, and though, it was a 2-bedroom apartment out there for $500 fucking dollars, but my mama was making fucking $5.50 an hour.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
And they always fucking you. So Whoopi, my dear, love you to Della Reese's Pieces, bitch. But fuck you, girl. There's no possible way that you're going to tell me in today's time and age. First of all, we are living in a society right now where we've gotten to the point where the world is being ruled by public opinion.
Yeah.
And we have government and so many people bending us over and fucking us stupid with all of this bullshit on a constant basis. And I need for them to understand, like, for her, it was the audacity for me, because it shows how far removed you get when you finally, quote unquote, make it.
Say that.
Because back then, yes, you were suppressing all of your frustrations. You didn't have a voice to say what you really felt deep down inside. Yes, you had to, quote unquote, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but I know that your ass went home and you cried yourself to sleep countless nights and asked yourself over and over, is this worth it? Do I really want this? Especially Whoopi, you being a dark-skinned woman in Hollywood that was not conventionally beautiful by any means. Right. You had a lot of struggles to go through. Right. We live in a world right now where everybody has all of this knowledge at their fingertips, right? So a lot of us as millennials have gotten to the point where we got all this knowledge, all that shit y'all taught us back in the day. We have learned now, bitch, you ain't got to do it. I don't have to deal with it. Fuck you.
Okay. Well, it's confusing.
No, actually, I don't have to settle for this shit. You got me fucked up. You motherfuckers did all of this bullshit and I'm supposed to go. No, absolutely not. We're not doing this. There's a better way.
It's confusing too, because how I know out of the 4 of you, you had at least one parent to tell you, I want better for you than what I had. Mm-hmm. But then you go on national television. So like, which one is it? Where are we at? Because there's no way, like my mom, even she might make jokes, but there's no way that she sat there and told me as a child, I want it to be easier for you than it was for me. And then Whoopi Goldberg is saying, I need you to do what I did. And Whoopi, I love you. I swear I do. But it doesn't make sense because $750 has never moved. And if you think about, like you said, before that, it was $5, $6. $750 has not moved. Guys, I $1,600 for a 1-bedroom. That's the average price of an apartment. $1,400 to $1,600. I want you to do $750 times 40 hours a week, and then do it bi-weekly, because apparently for some stupid ass reason we can't get paid every week. We have to be bi-weekly. And then tell me if that maths.
You're gonna come up with ass.
It's dirty. You're going to literally be stretching pennies and stretching Instacarts and renting cars so you can do Uber. But oh fuck, now you wrecked the. Yeah, man. It's pretty sad.
It's super wild. I lived in a time when
back in my day.
No, when I first started my adulthood, like really like moving out on my own for the first time and stuff, I was 21. I was 21. Moved out on my own, and it was like 2006 or something like that. Yeah, 2006. And first apartment I got, 2-bedroom, $500 a month, literally the same thing as Marlon said. Me and my homeboy was roommates, and I was making about $750 an hour as a bank teller at the credit union at the time. I was making minimum wage, part-time. And the struggle was real. And I remember always thinking to myself, wow, when I make this amount of money, I'm gonna be straight. When I make this and by the time I started making that amount of money,
the line kept moving.
You're real crooked.
The line kept moving.
Because I remember the first time I paid a $1,000 for a 1-bedroom. I remember the first time I did that is when I moved to Orlando in 2012. And even then I was thinking to myself, damn, in 2006, I had it too. But I paid it because I'm like, okay, the 2-bedroom was in Florence, South Carolina. I'm in Orlando, bigger city, maybe whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But here I am now in Charlotte. I've been here like going on 8-9 years at this point. And I have seen almost
double.
I'm paying almost double. I'm paying almost double now. Now I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a few hundred away from paying double. And I'm
that's
like,
everything.
And that's everything. Girl,
I saw the news. Inflation, I think between this year and last year, everything has went up 3%, but gas prices.
I thought I was going to save me a couple dollars like a month or so ago. I was like, listen, I got this move coming, girl. I got to, get my coins and stuff. I said, I'm going to just make me a couple sandwiches or whatever, for the next couple of days. Child, when I looked at that goddamn price on that deli meat, Hillshire Farm, it said, the price tag said your soul. I said, bitch, are you kidding me?
No, it said your whole. You just added this. You just changed the S out so you wouldn't feel like a prostitute.
I mean, well, if he gonna give us a little hole, he can afford it. It's fine.
It's fine. No, but I do want to say though, listen, because this can get really, and this is where I'm at this point. Okay, this roll your eyes, right? You can't get stuck. What Whoopi said was, maybe we should stop a thing. But it can't be all bad. We're going to add the positive spin. And what I'm saying is the good things that can and have come out of this is community. The good things that can and have come out of it are reaching out when you need help. The good things that can and have come out of it is thinking about what is really important, because you only have a few choices you can fucking make anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to change the topic, but I just say that to say there's so much bad shit. There's so much bad. Black and queer. If you're here and you're listening to this, you're probably either one of both.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to get lost. But if you sometimes can just send somebody a hug or call somebody or send them a text message or own up to something or just be in community. I'm not saying it gets better, but I'm saying it becomes less of a pulsing red button that you can't stop looking at. Mm-hmm. I don't know what advice a 31-year-old guy can give, but I just say that to say, like, if you're listening to this and you're like, damn, like, what the fuck is good about, like, what is good? What's good about it is it brought us to do this. It brings people to be more creative. It brings Black people and queer people to do more business things. It brings people to find more importance than in things that don't involve money. Like just sitting in your goddamn house, lighting up a hookah like you and Navi do, Marlon, and just like, oh God, this is free. I mean, the hookah costs whatever, blah blah blah. But like, this is great.
Yeah, hookah outside is highway murder, bitch. You got to get your own shit.
You got to get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we can keep doing the thing. But I just want those to know, like, if you're listening to this and it sounds bad and you're having a fucked up day, yo, man, it gets better. Just call your friend. That's all you got to do, man, because that's what it leads back to anyway.
If your friend is having a bad day, send them a penis picture.
I mean, maybe ask for permission, but definitely don't send it to my phone. But do your thing.
Friend, I'm sending you an old phallus, bitch, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna laugh with me, ho.
Why are we laughing? I shouldn't be laughing.
Throw my phone in rice.
We should be salivating.
I'm gonna tell you why we're laughing, because I sent you a picture of my dong on soft. That's why we're laughing.
I want you to go away.
I want you to go away.
You know how comfortable you got to be with somebody just to walk around with your meat on soft? You know how comfortable...
You are one confident motherfucker if you are sending a soft sausage. I just want you to know that.
That sounds delicious. I need to go cook.
Just soft.
All right, good night. I'm gonna go fix some dinner or something.
I'm gonna make a soft sausage. It sounds like very
sausage with soft mustard.
A soft sausage is nice.